Welcome everybody to these FIS European Cup Finals for the season 2023-2024, and this is the last day, the absolutely last day with the European Cup. There's Super G going on today. There's the women's final. It will start in approximately 6 minutes. And later on today, it's the men's finals for the Super G Cup. First of all, we will conclude the women's Super G Cup. Both the Super G Cup and the overall cup, of course. Leading the Super G Cup, that's Yanin Schmidt. Leading by 38 points. And Karen Clement is leading the overall cup at the moment with 6 points to Emily Schopf. So we'll keep every possibility open until the last racers across the line. The weather today is warm. It's 6 degrees Celsius. In the air, it's 2 degrees Celsius at track. There's a clear sky. There's almost no clouds, looking like they are going away, all of them. And the start at 708 meters, the finish at 187, which makes a drop of 520 meters. There's 1,884 meters from the start gate to the finish line, and there's 37 gates. The course header, that's Vano Nesa from Switzerland. And these are the beautiful pictures from the course. And we're about 3 minutes from start with Bib 1. That's Axel Chevrier from France. It's a bit windy today, a bit more than yesterday. But I think there will be a little less wind as the day goes by at Kvitjell. At the Olympic slopes from the Olympics at Lillehammer in 1994. That's 30 years and some days ago. And at the Olympics, at the Super G for women, was Diane Roffe, who won gold, Svetlana Gladisheva silver, and Isolde Kostner, she won the bronze medal. This is the start list for the Super G women's final. Axel Chevrier, Emily Schopf, that's exciting, of course. Louise Abouli is Victoria Burgler at 4. And we got Magdalena Egger at bib 8, Teresa Rungaldier 9, Yanin Schmidt 10, Vicky Bernardi starting at bib 11, Karen Clement at bib 12, Asia Senere at bib 13, and also there's Stephanie Yenal at bib 27. And Nadine Fest at bib 38. That's some of the interesting names before we start. And you can see there's 49 women at start today, ending with Malin Holten-Sund at bib 49. .49 competitors. There's 8 nations represented. This is the standing of the European Cup Super G. Yanin Schmidt leading by 4 points for Malvar Blanc, but she's not here today. Vicky Bernardi, 182 points, behind by 38. And Trisha Mangan, she's not here either. Then Magdalena Egger. She could make it into the podium, Magdalena Egger. Then Foreigner is on course, and we are just seconds away, hopefully, starting the Super G, the last Super G of the season for the women. And you can see the Foreigner is almost at the finish. Foreigner at finish. And course cleared. We are almost ready to start. And as you can see, there was some snow coming down at Gudbrandsdal Hotel yesterday. Down at the bottom, it was raining, but here at Gudbrandsdal, it was snow. It landed approximately, I don't know, maybe 10 centimeters up there yesterday evening. And the course crew, they have been working since 5 a.m. this morning. I have to say they have really been working, doing a wonderful job, the course crew, and all the volunteers being at this event for more than a week, starting at Kvitjell last Saturday and ending at Kvitjell today. The last day of the European Cup Finals 2024, and here she is with bib number 1, Axel Chevrier.
Okay, number 1 on course from now on, please check your radios, be quiet on radio, concentrate, good race driver.
And that's it for Chevrier. She's able to continue, but of course that's not a gold run for Chevrier. She had to stop completely, and there it is. That's a did not finish for Axel Chevrier. Moving on with this girl, second in the overall. She got the opportunity, but she needs to beat Karin Clement with 6 points at least. This is Emily Schopp fighting for the overall victory. Can she make it? Emily Schopp. Emily Schopp representing Austria. Looking good at the start. And here she is. Ooh. Bit heavy turn for Emily. At the first intermediate time at 23:48. And she need every 100, every point. As mentioned, there's only 6 points from Karin Clément and to Emily Schopf. Emily Schopf racing for the overall victory at the European Cup. And there she is. She can see the line, she can see the finish line, and there's only a couple of gates left. Bit of heavy turns there as well for Emily Schopf. But there she is across the line. Of course it's the lead. And the time to beat, it's 1 minute, 18 seconds, 13 hundredths. I don't know if Emily Schopf is completely satisfied with that run. This is Louise Ably. Ably from France, starting third. Hitting the first intermediate time, and she's behind by 44 hundredths. Louise Ably. And at the second, she didn't make the same mistake as Emily Schopf. She's ahead by 18 hundredths. This is a podium run from Louise Ably. It maybe could be for the French girl. She's ahead by 32 hundredths. Not sure if it's enough, but I'm mostly sure it's a top 10 run for Louise Ably. Let's see, she's across the line and she's ahead by only 9 hundredths. Okay, that's our new leader. That's Louise Ably from France. That's Victoria Burgler at bib 4. Victoria Burgler, she's almost at the first intermediate time. She's there and she is ahead by 19 hundredths. Then she's out, and of course she's angry. Victoria Burgler. Oh, that's too bad. She's out, and Victoria Burgler is out. That's a short day at the office for Victoria Burgler. You can see the replay. She's fighting her way back to the blue line. Just couldn't get inside that blue gate. At bib 5, there's Anna Schilcher. Sorry, Tiffany Ru at bib 5. Anna Schilcher is at bib 6. This is Tiffany Ru from France. Tiffany Ru at the first intermediate time. She's ahead by 37 hundredths. Tiffany Ru, the French girl, is really setting the pace at the first intermediate time. Can she hold that pace all the way to the finish line? That's the question for Tiffany Ru. Now there's the second, and she's ahead. She's increasing by a lot. She's 83 hundredths ahead at the second. This is looking really good for Tiffany Ru. Ooh, 121. I think there's even a couple of hundreds to go at the last sector. If you can do your things right, Tiffany Ru, this will be the new leading race pace for sure for Tiffany Ru. And there's the last couple of two gates and across the line, and she's 144 ahead of Louis Abeli. Our new leaders from France, Tiffany Ru, leading by 144. Is this the best run of today? We'll see in just a couple of minutes. This is Anna Schilcher, representing Austria. I think that's a extremely good run from Tiffany Ru. First one trying to beat Tiffany Ru. That's Anna Schilcher. Schilcher behind by 2200s at the first. I don't think she's able to beat that time on her way down. Anna Schilcher sneaking around that gate and behind by 7100s at the second. But still, she will probably be in second place by when crossing the line. Maybe Anna Schilcher, knowing that Louis Abeli is behind by 144, Emily Schopf is behind by 153. She's maybe even be at fourth place when crossing the line. Here she is, Anna Schilcher, and she's second. She is second. She's eating 700s at the last sector, and she's second, behind by 1 second, 3200s. Sara Almand from Italy. The Italian at the first intermediate time, she is behind by 2000s. It's around the same as Schilcher. And now Alman at the second. Losing another 4200s, and in total she's behind by 62, Sara Almand. And at the third as well, behind by 1.11. And as we could see from Anna Schilcher, it is possible to gain just a couple of hundreds at the last sector. And Sara Almand, she's in second place. Because she's behind by 1 second, 2300s, and current second for Sara Almand. This is Magdalena Egger. Egger with every possibility to get at the podium at the overall. But she needs a brilliant run. Maybe she needs to beat Tiffany Ru as well. And she's only 400s behind at the first intermediate time. This is your opportunity, Magdalena Egger. You got only this one run. And closing up to the second, and she's behind. She is behind by 5600s. Magdalena Egger. Is that too much? I don't know. We'll see in a bit. And I think she's losing more. She's behind by 9700s. Ooh, I believe that's too much for Magdalena Egger. Of course, we have to see the others as well, with Yanin Schmidt and Vicky Bernardi and so on. But this is Magdalena Egger, and she's second. She's gaining half a second at that last sector, Magdalena Egir. And behind by 46 hundredths. This is Yanin Schmidt, which means Rungaldier didn't start. This is Yanin Schmidt, the leader of the Super G Cup. She's third in the overall. She's behind by 20 points at the overall cup, but she's ahead on course. She's ahead by 6 hundredths. One Super G podium this season, Yanin Schmidt. Could this be your second? And if we, as we looked at the run for Magdalena Egger, we know there's half a second to go in the last sector. If you do things right, Yanin Schmidt, she's behind by 46. In other words, this is possible for Yanin Schmidt. Then you need to find the fastest way, the tightest line towards the finish line. Yanin Schmidt, this could be everything. This is across the line, and she's three. She's behind by 52 hundredths. Behind by 52 hundredths. And she's at current third place, Yanin Schmidt. Then there's Vicky Bernardi. She's third in the Super G Cup, meaning if she beats Yanin Schmidt, it's a possible win in the Super G Cup as well. But she's behind at the first intermediate time, Vicky Bernardi. She's behind by 48 hundredths at the first. Waiting to see Vicky Bernardi at the second, and she's still losing. She's behind by 89 hundredths. She needs to find some more speed at this bottom part. Ooh, behind by 1.25 at the moment for Vicky Bernardi at the third intermediate time. Ooh, could this be the run ruining the victory of the Super G Cup? And she's across the line, and she's behind by 1.25, but she's also behind Yanin Schmidt and will not be able to beat Yanin Schmidt in the Super G Cup. This is Karin Clement. She's leading the overall cup. And she needs every point she can get her hands on in this Super G. Leading by 6 points on Emily Schopf. Emily Schopf. She's 8th at finish at the moment. And this is Karin Clement. She is just a couple of hundreds ahead of Schopf. As mentioned, she's only 6 points ahead of Emily Schopf. She needs every point she can get. And this is the last couple of games this season for Karin Clement. Is this the overall cup winner, or is it not? It's the 7th place for Karin Clement. She is behind by 1 second, 40 hundredths. Okay, she is. We will have to wait to do the mathematics for Karin Clement. But Asja Senere, she's at bib 13. Senere with the one Super G victory this season. One-time podium, one-time victory. Asia Senere representing Italy. She's behind by 1 second 36 at the second. And at the third, she's behind by 1.84. Asia Senere. Meaning she's probably round 10 when crossing the finish line. She's 10 behind by 164. And there's Isabella Pedrazzi from Switzerland, starting at bib 14. Isabella Pedrazzi working her way down, behind by at the second. She's, well, let's see. Afterwards, that's 45.34, meaning 129 behind. And if I'm not mistaken, there's Yanin Schmidt celebrating outside the paddock with her mom and dad. And Isabella Pedrazzi is on her way to the finish line, behind by more than 2 seconds at the third. And here she is across the line, Isabella Pedrazzi. She's ranked 11, behind by 2 seconds, 55 hundredths. And France at bib 15, this is Camille Cerruti. Camille Cerruti, she got her teammate at the first place at the moment. Tiffany Ru leading with a time of 1 minute 16 seconds 60 hundredths. This is Cerruti closing up to the second intermediate time. Thinks she's around there somewhere. Behind by 54 hundredths. At the second, Camille Cerruti. And behind by 91 at the third. Meaning this is a possible podium run for Camille Cerruti. It's a French lead, and this is maybe a French podium placement at finish. Camille Cerruti, she's across the line and she's 4. Oh, she's just behind. She is 4. Behind by 1 second, 100. And there's 16. This is Giulia Albano. Albano from Italy. I think we'll have to wait to the second intermediate time to see where Albano, or how Albano is doing. I don't think she's that much behind. Yes, there it is, behind by 1 second, 2 hundredths. Giulia Albano. And we have a 1.75 at the third, meaning she's fighting for a top 10 at finish. Giulia Albano from Italy. And there she is. She's
congratulations, another strong result for you, Miss Tiffany Schmidt, and victory in the overall standing of the Europa Cup and the Super G standing. What a day!
Wow, I can't believe it. I just was at the start and a bit nervous, and I hope that it will be enough, and try to ski good. And I think there was enough. I hope it was enough, but I will see at the end of the day. So.
A great season end, and a season you had to fighting hard this winter.
Sorry?
You have been fighting hard for this winter.
Yeah, it was. Sometimes it was a bit of fight, but I think I was really consistent with top 10 results, and yeah, with this I'm really happy.
It's a huge result, because with this victory in the Europa Cup, you can start in all disciplines in the World Cup. You know, it's opened the door for a great World Cup season next winter.
Oh, it's crazy! I can't believe it.
Yeah. So, what would be your goal next winter? What are you dreaming of?
Well, I think the goal is to go top 30 in some races. This will be the goal for next season, I think. Yeah.
What about the comment on these races here in Kvitjell, being here?
I think they worked really good on the slope, because today was really warm and they put a lot of salt in it. But in the end, it was quite good, the slope. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, we will see you next year again for the World Cup with a women's race.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Yanin Schmidt, the winner of everything. The one thing she's not winning is today's race, but she's winning both the Super G Cup and the overall, and most likely, of course. And we are looking forward to see Yanin Schmidt at the World Cup next season, and hopefully back for the World Cup at Kvitjell as well. At the race, we're at bib 18. At 17, Sina Fouch. She's at current 14th place. This is Nadia Delago at bib 18 from Switzerland. Not sure about the there are the intermediate times, as you can see, behind by 1 second, 1500ths at the third. It could be a top 5 position for Delago. She's 8th. Oh, losing just a bit too much at the last couple of meters. Delago, and she's 8th, behind by 1 second, 4000ths. There is Tiffany Ru leading. She's leading by 4600ths to Magdalena Egger. There's 52 to Yanin Schmidt. And Camille Cerruti, she's 4, behind by 1 second, 100. But run from Tiffany Ru. There was a finish there. I think it's possible to gain some hundreds at the finish from the run of Tiffany Ru. Carlotta De Leonardis from Italy. Maybe she can gain a couple of hundreds. No, she's not. She's behind by 1.55. And we're having an interview.
Tiffany, I would say this is a day to remember in your career. First victory on the Europa Cup in Kvitjell here. What a day.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's my first victory in Europa Cup, and also first podium, first top 5. And I searched since a long time this podium, this victory. Maybe it's not finished, and I take a lot of pleasure on the slope. The snow is not perfect; it's a bit soft, but yes, I'm really happy to ski and do the race, and yeah, I'm happy.
Tell us about your run. You really take risk. You really went for it.
Yeah, it takes some risks, but I do it well, not too much risk, and I want to push and make a good last race in Europa Cup. And yeah, I want to just take the speed every gate, and yeah, it was so cool.
How important is this victory for you, for your career in the future?
For me, it's a good thing to win here, because I'm not in the French ski team now. I work alone with a team, a private team, Orsatus. So thanks a lot, Orsatus, for this winter. I learned so much about me, and this victory is just the result of the work, this work.
Congratulations and good luck for the future. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks.
You could see Nadine Kapfer, she was up for something, but she did not finish. Nora Gugisberg. She's from Germany. And there she is, trying to find as much speed as possible, hitting the first intermediate time behind by 6500ths. That's a bit too much for Nora Gugisberg. But as mentioned from Tiffany Ru, the race is not finished, and there's always someone at coming from a high bib at Kvitjell, ending up high somewhere. This is Nora Gugisberg. She's behind by 9200ths. To make it into a top 10, she needs to be no more than 1 second 4400ths behind, and at the third she's behind by almost 2 seconds. Losing too much in that third sector, I'm afraid. Nora Gugisberg. And across the line, and she's 14 behind by 1 second 9700ths, and you can see she's only losing 600ths in that last sector. If someone's going to do anything about Tiffany Ru, they have to make it to the last sector. Matilde Lorenzi. Lorenzi from Italy. Behind by half a second at the first intermediate time. And she's out. Sadly, Matilde Lorenzi, she did not finish. As you can see, she's out. It would have Bugler that missed the same gate as Matilde Lorenzi. And we're moving on to bib 23. As there are all smiles at finish. This is Tiffany Ru, the current leader. And it's a possibly first top 5, it's a possibly first podium, and it's a possibly first win for Tiffany Ru. This is Teresa Nova. Teresa Nova, Czech Republic. the first intermediate time. She's behind by 1600ths. Oh, that's a heavy turn for Nova. She's trying to find back to the best line possible. Teresa Nova behind by, oh, I think there's more at the, yeah, there is at the second, behind by 1 second 98. And losing even more, behind by 2.29. This is not the day for Teresa Nova. But she's almost across the line. Just a couple of seconds, and there she is. And she is 18, behind by 3 seconds, 10 hundredths. Teresa Nova. And there's Germany at bib 24, Fabiana Dorigo. At the first, I think she's maybe around the time, but she's out at the same gate for Fabiana Dorigo. Oh, that's a DNF for the German. You can see the replay. The same gate for Dorigo. Then there's Carmen Spielberger at bib 25. She's at start.
Come on, Carmen. Let's go.
And the teammate sharing for Carmen Spielberger is on course. The Austrian. And yeah, she's ahead by 500ths at the first. Ooh, Spielberger. She makes it just across the trouble gate. And at the second intermediate time for Carmen Spielberger, she's behind by 1 second 21 hundredths. But if she can find the perfect line at the end, she will gain some hundreds, behind by 2 seconds at the third. There's a possibility of ending up at a current top 15 for Carmen Spielberger. And she's across the line and she's 15, behind by 2 seconds, 35 hundredths. Then Anna Schillinger. This is Schillinger from Germany. And there's the chief of the race crew. That's Hans. If anybody wondered, this is Anna Schillinger. Behind by 63 hundredths at the first. Making it across around the gate and behind by 1.33 at the second. Anna Schillinger. And at the third, she's behind by 2 seconds, 400s. Again, it's around a top 15 for Anna Schillinger. I think there's maybe a 16 as well for Schillinger. She's across the line and she's 14, behind by 2 seconds, 900s. And she is only losing 5 in the last sector. This is Tiffany Ru. Let's see. Maybe she could make it to a top 10 finish. Tiffany Ru. I think she's maybe a bit behind. Yes, she's behind by 5,200s at the first. Maybe she could put the pedal to the metal in the second sector. Tiffany Ru. And she's out. Oof. There's a DNF for Tiffany Ru. I was hoping to see her at the last sector, but she didn't make it to the second intermediate time. Tiffany Ru, and she's out. Well, that's it for the Swiss girl. You can see some trouble at the in the first sector, and then she's out. This is Lena Weschner. Lena Weschner representing Austria. We're at bib 28 with Lena Weschner. At 29 there is Katrin Hirtelstad-Gassinger. At 30 there's Marte Monsen. So there are some interesting names coming up. But first, this is Weschner. This is the second intermediate time for Lena Weschner.
Hey.
I think she's behind. She's behind by 8,100s at the second. But that's not too much for Weschner. That's not too bad. Behind by 1.79 at the third. And as we know, there's 144 behind to beat if she wants to be in top 10, which is 14 behind by 1.87. At the moment, there's Louise Abeli, the last inside top 10, behind by 1.44. This is Katrin Hirtelstad-Gassinger. Let's see if the German can make it into a maybe a top 10. This is the first intermediate time behind by 2,300s. I think it's looking okay for Hirtelstad-Gassinger. At the second intermediate time, she is only behind by 6,500s, and that's let's see, the last sector for Hirtelstad-Gassinger. First up, the third intermediate time, behind by 1.35. Then there's the last sector for Hirtelstad-Gassinger. It is possible to gain some hundreds. We know it's possible. Hirtelstad-Gassinger could make it into a top 10 and across the line, and she is she's 11. She is 11 behind by 1 second, 5,200s. That's 800s outside top 10. This is Marte Monsen. Marte Monsen started her speed project for this season, and she's out. That's it at the Super G for Marte Monsen. She's just lifting her arms, knowing that's it for today. And we're off with bib 31. This is Stephanie Grob. Stephanie Grob from Switzerland. Behind by 1400, no more at the first intermediate time. Stephanie Grob. I think she's doing well, Stephanie Grob. Let's see at the second intermediate time. Yeah, still looking good for Stephanie Grob. And at the second, she's behind by 5900s. It's possible to make it into a top 5 for Stephanie Grob at the moment, of course. And now at the third. Oh, come on, Stephanie Grob behind by 1 second, 1000s. This is a possible top 5 finish for Stephanie Grob. Everything's possible in this last sector. Stephanie Grob, she is across the line and she is 7. It's a top 10 finish. She is 7, Stephanie Grob, behind by 1 second, 1000s. Behind by 1:31 at finish. Ilaria Ghisalberti from Italy, behind by 5300s at the first. Ghisalberti closing up to the second intermediate time, behind by 7900s. That's around 10. It's a possible top 10 for Ghisalberti. Now there's maybe not a possible top 10. She needs to gain at least 2000s in the last sector if she's in top 10. Ghisalberti across the line and she's 15. She's behind by 1.74. 1 second, 7400s. Ghisalberti. She is happy about her 15th place. Leonie Seg from Austria. Maybe fighting just a little too much against the gates, but I don't think she's too far away. Maybe we'll get the third intermediate time. No, we're not, but Leonie Seg. Let's see. We know that the time for Tiffany Ru at finish is 1:16.60. The time's up for Seg. And when there's 1:18 somewhere, she's I think she's outside the top 10 as well. This is Lena Dauphin. Dauphin from France. And she just makes it inside the gate. And she's not 22 seconds behind. I think there's more likely she's maybe 1.5 or something. At the third, yes, she's behind by 2 seconds, 1200s. At the third, Lena Dauphin. And there's the finish for Lena Dauphin across the line, and she's 21 behind by 2 seconds, 2900s. And that's a replay of Lena Dauphin. This is Vittoria Capellini. Capellini is out. That's a DNF for Capellini. So there's another DNF. This time it was Vittoria Capellini. This is Amanda Salzgeber. Salzgeber representing Austria. Didn't get the immediate time, but I don't think she's too far behind Amanda Salzgeber at the first. Closing up towards the second. Still no time for Salzgeber. And at the third, she is behind. She's almost 2 seconds behind at the third. That's totally unofficial, of course. It's done by eye measuring. And Salzgeber across the line, and she's behind by 2.22. Meaning she's 21. And there's Sara Thaler. Sara Thaler is from Italy. Bib 37. At bib 38, there's Nadine Fest. And Sara Thaler is struggling, and she's out. Ooh, the Italian is out. Sara Thaler did not finish. We can wait another 30 seconds before there's Nadine Fest at bib 38. And as mentioned, there's 49 girls that start today. Here she is. Nadine Fest. Can you make it inside the top 10? Nadine Fest. Let's see. This is the Austrian. If the conditions on course are holding up, this could be a good run for Nadine Fest, behind by 1400s at the first. Let's see at the second for Nadine Fest. Behind by 60 And at the third, she is behind by 1.34, meaning that's a possible top 10 finish, absolutely, for Nadine Fest. She needs to find the best line across the finish line at this moment, and she's 9. She's inside top 10, Nadine Fest. She's behind by 1 second, 40 hundredths. The same time as Delago. The same time as Delago and Karen Clement. This is Nicole Good. Nicole Good, who ended up second in the Slalom Cup. Now also racing Super G. Behind by no more than 4600s at the second. Oh, let's see for Nicole Good at the third, behind by 1.25. Maybe making it into a top 10 finish, Nicole Good. Everything's possible for Nicole Good at the end. And across the line, and she's 19. Losing too much in the last sector, Nicole Good. And she's 19. Behind by 1.82. This is Nadia Delago. At the top of the podium at yesterday's downhill, Nadia Delago. And she's ahead at the first, and she's behind by only 1700s at the second. If she can hold up, there's a possible podium finish again for Nadia Delago. And this is looking good at the moment, behind by 7200s at the third. This is a possible podium run for Nadia Delago. It all depends on the finish for the Italian girl, and she is across the line, and she's 3. She's on the podium, Nadia Delago. She's 3, behind by 4900s. Congratulations, Nadia Delago. She is pushing Yanin Schmidt outside the podium. Nadia Delago is 3rd at the moment, behind by 4900s. That's 300s behind 2nd place. Nicole Eibel.
That is not good for me.
Nicole Eibel from Austria. Behind by 5300s at the second intermediate time, behind by 1.16 at the third. Which means she could maybe be inside top 10 at finish. And at the last gate, Nicole Eibel, and across the line, and she's 14, behind by 1.49. Which means she's 900s outside a top 10. Now there's Paul Orgioni. Orgioni representing France. At the first intermediate time, I don't think she's too far behind, but she's struggling way too much to make it across or inside that gate. But that's it for Orgioni. She's out. There's a DNF for Orgioni.
30 seconds to start. Out, 42.
Mange vis in 3 points. Sperry. Ela voltou com
Vai andare meglio, via.
Garance Meyer from France. At the first intermediate time, behind by 3700s, and she's out as well. There's another DNF. This time there's Garance Meyer. But the French are having another girl coming up at bib 44. These are the Austrian girls watching the race. We are waiting for Anouk Erhard. Still leading Tiffany Ru, leading by 4600s ahead of Magdalena Egger. And now Nadia Delago from bib 40, third at the moment, behind by 4900s. That was the Swiss fan club. Anouk Erhard from France. Erhard behind by 1900s at the first. That's an okay start for Anouk Erhard. Now let's see where's the second intermediate time for Anouk Erhard. Erhard at the second, and she's behind by 5200s. She's still inside top 10. She's even fighting for a top 5 at the moment. Anouk Erhard at the third, she's behind by 1.48. And we know there's 140 behind to beat if she wants to be inside top 10. Anouk Erhard, can you find those 800 somewhere at the last sector? Anouk Erhard across the line, and she's behind by 1 second, 9700s, meaning she's 23. Barbara Novakova, Barbara representing Czech Republic. Novakova to the first intermediate time, behind by 4800s.
It's 49 and starts 7.
And at the second, she's behind by 1.74. Barbora Novakova. Meaning she is probably inside the top 30 at the moment, behind by 2.93 at the third. Meaning she's maybe outside the top 30. This is Barbora Novakova, Czech Republic. She's across the line, behind by 3.55. And 32. And there's 47. Darja Surlinden. Surlinden from Switzerland. After Surlinden, there's Jordina Kaminal-Santure and Malin Holten-Sund. And after Holten-Sund, the European Cup season has come to an end for the girls. But first, Darja Surlinden. At the first intermediate time, she's only behind by 9, but that doesn't matter because she's out. She did not finish. Darja Surlinden. This is the replay. And she's out. Darja Surlinden.
Darja! Darja! What you do?
Look like she maybe hurt her knee or something. Hopefully she's okay. Darja Surlinden. This is Jordina Kaminal-Santure. She's from Andorra. Starting second last today. At bib 48 after Kaminal-Santure, there's only Holten-Sund left. Jordina Kaminal-Santure. Oh, struggling. Behind by 31 at the first. There's gonna be more at the second. She's at the second and she's behind by 1 second, 79 hundredths. Jordina Kaminal-Santure. And struggling a bit more. Kaminal-Santure behind by 2.54 at the third. Even losing some speed at the bottom. And across the line, she is 33 behind by 3 seconds, 61 hundredths. And there's last racer at start and on course. This is Malin Holten-Sund. Last racer on course. Malin Holten-Sund. She's from Norway, racing on home soil. Behind by, was I'm guessing, maybe 40 hundredths at the first. But that's only me guessing.
Racer 49 passes Beugen.
And, at the third intermediate time, she is behind by, is there around 2 seconds to 19? Behind by 2 seconds, 19 hundredths. maybe there's a top 30 finish for Malin Oltensund across the line, and she is inside top 30. Behind by 2 seconds, 69 hundredths. That's it for the girls. Which means we can congratulate Tiffany Ru winning the Super G at Kvitjell. This is the highlights. This is Nadia Delago from bib 40, ending up third. Behind by 49 hundredths. Strong run from Nadia Delago. Magdalena Egger from Austria at the second place, behind by 46 hundredths. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is today's winner from France, Tiffany Ru. Congratulations. That's it for the women's Super G. We will have the prize giving ceremonies later on. But before that, we will have the Super G for the men. Here's the results. Tiffany Ru, today's winner, ahead of Magdalena Egger, Nadia Delago, Yanin Schmidt, 4th, Camille Saruti 5, Sarah Aleman 6, Vicky Bernardi 7, Stephanie Grob 8, Anna Chilcher 9, and Nadine Fest, Delia Dürer and Karin Clement. They are all just inside top 10. That's the last race of the season for the Women's European Cup. As mentioned, we will have the prize-giving ceremonies later on today. That will be after finishing the race for the men. From what I know, the men will start at 12:15. If there's no delay, they will start at 12:15. Until then, enjoy these highlights, and we will be back after a while with the men's final race of this European Cup season. See you then.